Welcome back to Designing Your Future Self. I want to start today with a word that I want you to consider eliminating from your professional vocabulary entirely. Should. I should be further along by now. I should want the promotion more. I should be better at this. I should have handled that differently. I should be more like her. Should is one of the most quietly destructive words in the professional lexicon. And today we're going to talk about why and what to replace it with. Let's get into it. The word should carries an implicit judgment. It says there is a standard, an expectation, a rule, and you're not meeting it. And here's the thing about most of the shoulds that we carry as professionals. We didn't choose them. They were handed to us by our families, by our culture, by our industries, by social media, by comparison with colleagues and peers. I should be a VP by 35. I should have my life more together by now. I should be further along in my career. I should want what everyone else seems to want. These shoulds are not your values. They are other people's expectations, absorbed, internalized, and then enforced against yourself with all the harshness of your inner critic. And they are exhausting, because when you are constantly measuring yourself against a standard that you didn't choose, a standard that may have nothing to do with what actually matters to you, you are in a perpetual state of falling short. Even when by any objective measure, you are doing remarkably well. The should mindset produces guilt, inadequacy, and paralysis, none of which serve your leadership, none of which serve your growth, and none of which bring you one step closer to the future self that you are working toward. Let's get specific about where the professional shoulds come from, because naming the source is the first step to releasing the grip. The first source is family scripts, messages absorbed early about what success looks like, what a good career path is, what kind of work is respectable, what level of achievement is enough or too much. Many professionals are still living out a career script written by someone else's hopes, fears, and limitations. The second is industry norms. Every industry has unspoken rules about how careers should progress, what credentials are required for credibility. These norms are presented as objective standards, but they are not. They are conventions, and conventions can be challenged. The third is social comparison. Seeing peers, colleagues, and LinkedIn connections at certain levels, with certain titles, with certain achievements, and absorbing the implicit message that you should be there too. We covered comparison in episode 6, and the should mindset is comparison's closest cousin. The fourth is perfectionism's voice. We talked about perfectionism in episode 8, and should is often how the perfectionist inner critic expresses itself. I should have done that better. I should have been more prepared. I should be further along. Notice that every single source of should is external. Not one of them comes from your own deepest values and desires. Not one of them is asking, what do you actually want? What matters to you? What does your future self need from you right now? The replacement for should is not a different obligation. It is a different orientation entirely. Can. I can choose to focus on what matters most to me right now. I can take one step forward today. I can define success on my own terms. I can be exactly where I am and still be moving forward. I can rewrite the script. Can is possibility language. It opens doors. It returns agency to you. It asks, given what I am and what I'm building, what is the most meaningful next step for me? That is a completely different question from should, and it produces a different experience of your career. In the S.O.A.R method, the S, shift your mindset, is about exactly this transition. From the mindset that you are behind, that you're not enough, that you should be different from who you are, to the mindset that you are exactly where you need to be and that you have everything you need to take the next step, and that your future self is built by the choices you make today. That shift is available to you right now, not when you've achieved more, not when you feel more ready, right now. Here are 4 practical tools for releasing the tyranny of should and embracing the freedom of can. Tool 1, the should audit. Take a piece of paper and write down every professional should that you're currently carrying. Every expectation, standard, or obligation that is weighing on you. Then go through the list and ask for each one, did I choose this? Does this reflect my actual values and priorities? Or is this someone else's standard that I've been enforcing against myself? Some of your shoulds will survive this audit. They will turn out to be genuine commitments that matter to you. Many won't. And the ones that don't deserve to be released. Tool 2, the values reset. When you release a should, replace it with a want or a value. I should be further along because I want to build a career that feels meaningful and progressive, and I am doing that. The replacement is not denial, it is redirection toward what actually matters to you. Tool 3, the permission statement. Write yourself a permission statement for something that your shoulds have been blocking. I give myself permission to define success on my own terms. I give myself permission to take the path that makes sense for my life, not the path that I think I should take. I give myself permission to be exactly where I am while still growing forward. Read it every day for a week. And tool 4, the can list. Every time you catch a should, replace it immediately with a can. I should be further along becomes I can take one strategic step forward today. I should be better at this becomes I can invest in developing this skill. The shift from should to can moves you from judgment to agency. And agency is where all progress begins. Here's your assignment. Do the should audit this week. Write down every professional should you're carrying. Identify 3 that don't actually belong to you and release them consciously, deliberately, and with the recognition that letting go of someone else's expectations is not failure. It is freedom. Your future self doesn't need you to meet everyone else's standards. They need you to meet your own. The Promotion Ready Leader Workbook helps you get crystal clear on your own definition of success and build a strategy around it. It's $47 and the link is in the description. Subscribe for episode 12. Next week, we're talking about the confidence myth and why action comes before belief. I believe in your future. See you next Wednesday.